screen.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Today we are going to discuss about mild hybrid electric drivetrain. First of all, I will explain briefly about what is meant by hybrid vehicle. Hybrid vehicle is a combination of combustion IC engine and electric motor. We have combined these two engines, conventional IC engine and electric motor, to overcome the disadvantages by using alone. For fully electric hybrid vehicle, uh, we are using efficiently by reducing the fuel consumption by using engine optimally. For high electric power, we have to use high bulky motor, which increases the packing space, so that it is difficult for packing the drivetrain, and and also it will increases the energy losses, and it reduces the loading capacity. And From conventional IC engine to transition from conventional IC engine to hybrid electric hybrid vehicle is requires more time and cost. It requires more cost. We have to invest more cost. So that's why we are using mild electric hybrid drivetrain. It is nothing but we are placing the small motor behind the IC engine.
Correct.
For in mild electric hybrid vehicle, electric motor works as a starter, and also it has operates as a generator. It will convert all the braking energy into the electric energy.
Correct.
And in for this design, we are going to use lead acid batteries. Why we are using lead acid batteries? Because it is very low cost, and also the advanced technology in lead acid batteries, advanced technology in lead acid batteries makes like use of automobile industry, widely used in automobile industries. And lead acid batteries have high power density compared to other batteries. So it would be recommended for a hybrid vehicle, mild
Correct.
hybrid vehicle. uh, Here power density is more concerned than the energy density. This is the characteristics of discharge characteristics of lead acid battery. Here we can see, for if you want to fetch 100 amperes, the initial terminal voltage will be 1.8, and it will last for 40 minutes. As we decrease the current, we can use the voltage battery for the longer time. This shows the as shown in this graph. And also these characteristics are modeled, is shown in the circuit diagram. This is a circuit of lead acid battery model. Here we will during the discharge, the terminal voltage is Vt is equal to V naught minus Ri plus Rc into I. Here V naught is the open circuit voltage, and Ri is the internal resistance. These two are the function of SOC. And also the discharging power uh, at the terminal voltage is given by Pt is equal to I into V naught SOC minus Ri plus Rc plus I square. Here Rc is nothing but conductor resistance of the conductor.
How much is that? It should be as less as possible. Ideal value is 0.5 ohm. Remember that.
Yes.
So whatever conductor we are using in the vehicle between the battery and the other circuits, as less as possible. So highest value is 0.5 ohm. These are the questions asked in the interviews. Remember that. Yes.
Yes.
Proceed.
Then we have performance with full throttle graph. Basically, throttle means the engine valve that controls the fuel, that controls the flow of fuel. Here in this graph, we have three characteristics. First is engine power versus engine speed, and engine torque versus engine speed, and BFSC versus engine speed. BFSC means brake specific fuel consumption. And for engine power versus engine speed characteristics, as we increase the speed, the engine power is also increases. For the we will get maximum speed in the
Gokul,
range of.
Gokul, I would suggest that you use the cursor
Yes,
to
sir.
show you are presenting from your laptop, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you use your cursor and show the three axes because there are three graphs, and for all these
Yes,
three graphs, y-axis is different. So x-axis
yes,
is
yes.
always the engine
This is
RPM. So yeah, show that. Correct.
the x-axis is engine RPM, and the y-axis is engine power and engine torque and BSFC.
So for which
Here,
graph, which axis to use, that you have to show. Yes, explain.
yeah. For engine power, we are going to use this y-axis. As we increase the speed, the engine power also increases. We will get maximum speed in the range of 4,000 to 5,000 RPM. And for torque, this is the torque characteristics. This is the y-axis engine torque, and x-axis is engine speed. Initially, the engine torque is high, and as we increase the speed, the torque is reduces. Here we can see the torque is maximum for in the range of 2000 to 3000 RPM. As we increase the speed, the torque also got reduces. And this is the BSFC graph. This is x-axis is engine speed, and y-axis is BSFC. Here we can obtain the maximum efficiency in the range of 2000 to 3000. Why? Because in this range we are using less fuel. That means this is the economy fuel economic range. As we increase the speed, the fuel consumption is also increases. Why? Because the throttle valve will be fully open for the higher speed, so that more
Correct.
fuel goes into the engine, so that four stages may not
Reduces
occur.
the efficiency.
Yeah, it reduces the efficiency, and four stages may not occur in the IC engine, so that some part of the fuel goes to the exhaust and it got wasted.
Complete combustion does not take place. This is what you have to say. That
Yes.
the speed of the engine increases, functioning speed of the engine increases. So complete combustion does not take place. So a lot of fuel it goes
Got
out through
wasted.
the exhaust without getting a full combustion.
Full
Correct.
combustion. Then next part is continued by the Deepak.
Okay.
No, shit. Hello, sir.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Am I visible, sir?
Yes, you are visible. Please present.
Fuel consumption map. Here, fuel consumption map. We are using the fuel consumption map to check the consumption of the fuel by the vehicle and efficiency of the fuel consumption in vehicles. Here, fuel consumption map. As you see in the fuel consumption map, there we are having a engine torque, engine speed, and engine power. Here, the engine torque is represented on y-axis, and engine speed is represented by the x-axis. And here the power is represented on the topmost. That is also we consider as the x-axis later on. First, here you are seeing the inner ellipse-like shape. It is the optimal operating region. Here the operating in optical operating region, we are getting the maximum fuel consumption efficiency. Maximum fuel efficiency means it is giving a more mileage in utilizing the less fuel.
Correct.
If here as you observe, the power output power would be within a range of 70 to 90 in optimal operating region. If we want to design a vehicle with the more power, we have to compromise with the fuel, because if we have designed the vehicle with the more power, it consumes the more fuel. As you see, if let us consider the power output power should be around 108 or 120, the it will the operating point will shift to the outer ellipses. As you see the outer ellipses, the efficiency of the fuel is decreases. uh, as shown here, the outer ellipses, it is goes on decreasing 31.5, 30, and 29.2, 26. So as on it is decreasing as we increases the output power. Another factor is that as we increases the speed also, it consumes the more fuel, and efficiency of the fuel also decreases. As my friend explained about this in the previous slide, the fuel goes into the exhaust or as exhaust, and it got wasted. Because of that, the more fuel is consumption and the fuel efficiency is got decreases. In this graph, we are getting a maximum fuel efficiency within the range of 2000 to 300. That is in optimal operating region. Next slide. uh, Power and torque of a electric motor versus motor speed characteristics. Here we are first discussing the torque and torque characteristics. First, initial, when the vehicle is in initial stage, that is means vehicle is started and uh, just moving slowly. The torque is at high and power is less. As the vehicle increases this speed, the power increases and goes into it become constant. And after that, when the power became constant, the torque started decreasing. The power remains constant all the time, and torque is reducing as the speed of the motor is increasing. And as we know the equation, the power is equal to torque into power equal to torque into speed. And here they shown the characteristics. This one is for torque and torque characteristics. Here the y-axis is motor power, and x-axis is the motor RPM, and it remain constant torque till 500 RPM speed. After that, it will goes on decreasing. The power
What
is
is that
remain
speed
constant.
called? What is that speed called? 500 RPM. It's having
500
a specific
RPM is
name.
engine motor speed.
No.
Engine service.
Gokul, what is that speed called up till which your torque is constant initially? What is the name of that speed? We have discussed it 1,000 times in our presentation. It is called base speed, base.
Base speed. Okay,
Initial
sir.
speed. Okay.
Not initial speed. It is called base
Yes.
speed.
Okay.
So we are
Okay, sir.
explaining the same thing from our third module. So in the base speed, that means vehicle is in the first gear. We have just started the vehicle in the first
Yes, sir.
gear. So whatever is the region from 0 to 500, you are finding that the initial torque is constant. So torque is constant initially for the base speed. After that base speed, whenever you are increasing the gear, at that time
Yes.
your speed is increasing and the torque is decreasing.
Decreasing.
Okay, so after the base speed, the speed increases. So initially,
Yes.
the speed up to which the torque is constant is called as base speed.
Yes.
Yes, Deepak, please proceed.
Next slide. Uh, Let us discuss about the performance of mild hybrid vehicles in urban areas and on the highways. Uh,
Correct.
in first, uh, let us first see the what are the disadvantage of a conventional IC engines and that compared to the mild hybrid vehicles. In conventional drivetrain vehicles, the disadvantages or the losses are there are three types of losses in that. Sorry, two types of losses. One is for by the braking. As Let us say we are driving the vehicle in urban cities, like in urban cities or city area in traffic. We are applying the brakes simultaneous or continuously. Due to that brake applying a brake simultaneously, there is a loss of energy due to the braking. Though to overcome these advantages, the electric motor will mild electric hybrid vehicles are introduced. The mild hybrid vehicles, what is this? The braking energy is not that large in normal driving. So the normal driving that is not large. That's so the if small electric motor can provide the that energy, and it will start the it will reduce the loss that is occurred during the braking. And another type of loss is due to the in highways, that is um, in urban cities, that is automatic transmission. Automatic transmission, the main component of automatic transmission is the uh, um, hybrid torque converter. The hybrid torque converter is having a low efficiency in low speed. That is in urban cities we are having low speed. That's why the automatic hybrid torque converter has a low efficiency in that. In case of highways, the trans hybrid torque converter is uh, hybrid torque converter has a high efficiency in high speed. So the in high speed, the mild hybrid vehicles are not good enough, or compared to
Correct.
mild hybrid vehicles, the conventional vehicles, it is although the same to the conventional vehicles, but in urban cities it is more useful than the conventional hybrid vehicles. Because in urban cities it will reduce the, or it will eliminate the losses that are braking loss and automatic transmission loss. Next slide, Gokul. Here you are seeing the two graphs that are the motor efficiency map of a, and the motor efficiency maps. And here we are representing the operating points, different operating points in that. Here the y-axis is the motor torque, and x-axis is the motor speed. As you
You
see,
use your cursor to show. You use your cursor to show which diagram, and
okay,
whenever there are coming two diagrams in one slide, you must give a name. So left side diagram you should give as figure
okay,
A, right side diagram you should give the name as figure B. Then it is easier for the audience to understand. Otherwise, every time
sir,
you have to go to the slide, and so give some name to the figure. So whenever you're uploading it, before that, left
okay,
side just give figure A, and on above the figure you just write down figure A. Right
okay,
side above write down figure B, and below you say that this is figure B. So while explaining, it is easier for you that figure A does this, figure B does
uh,
this.
okay.
Yeah,
The
explain please.
right side figure is representing the motor efficiency of a mild hybrid vehicles in urban cities. Here you are seeing the operating points are inside the this 90% region, that is optimal operating region. And as we discussed earlier, when the operating points are near within the optimal operating region or close to optimal operating region, the efficiency we are getting is more. When it is away from the operating region, we are getting the low efficiencies. Here you are saving the mild hybrid. We are discussing about the mild hybrid electric drivetrain vehicles. The motor efficiency. The mild hybrid electric hybrid vehicles motor efficiency in urban areas is more, as we discussed in the previous slide. That you are seeing the operating points are within the optimal operating region, and or close to the optimal operating region.
So
As
that is the left side graph. That is the left
left
side
side
graph.
graph,
Okay.
left side. Okay, sir, left side. The right
You
one,
said right.
right side graph. Here, the right side graph is, as you see in the right side graph, the operating points are away from the optimal operating region. That the right side graph is for the mild hybrid vehicles, so highway drive. In highway drives, the efficiency is less. As we discussed earlier, there is no difference, or it is no difference between the conventional and mild hybrid vehicles in the highway drive. That is shown in this graph. That is on left side graph, sorry, right side graph.
So
Okay, sir.
give the name to both the figures. So at the
Okay.
top of the left side graph, you just say figure A, okay, and just say that this is the inside city drive or something. And right side figure B, this is the highway drive. So if you give that name, then it is easier for us, and give that name in a different color, green or something. Then it is easier for us to understand. So fine. So you tried to explain a lot of basic things. So change this slide and upload it in the Google Drive. Thank you.